Today, we and our 18 NATO allies agreed to do what we said we would do, what we must do to restore the peace.
I was suggesting we bomb Belgrade. I was suggesting that we send American pilots in and blow up all the bridges on the Drina.
My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today, I authorize the Armed Forces of the United States to begin a limited military action in Libya in support of an international effort to protect Libyan civilians. That action has now begun.
We came, we saw, he died.
I only have a minute left. Let me ask you, does Ukraine have chemical or biological weapons?
Ukraine has biological research facilities, which, in fact, we are now quite concerned Russian forces may be seeking to gain control of. So we are working with the Ukrainians on how they can prevent any of those research materials from falling into the hands of Russian forces should they approach.
I'm sure you're aware that the Russian propaganda groups are already putting out there all kinds of information about how they've uncovered a plot by the Ukrainians to release biological weapons in the country and with NATO's coordination. If there's a biological or chemical weapon incident or attack inside of Ukraine, is there any doubt in your mind that 100% it would be the Russians that would be behind it?
There is no doubt in my mind, Senator, and it is classic Russian technique to blame on the other guy what they're planning to do themselves.
Stop escalating the war. Stop sending arms. Why didn't you push Kyiv to sign the Minsk Accord? Why no to NATO? Shame on you. You're going to push us to World War III. Shame on you. No to war. No to escalation. Stop sending weapons. Stop training the military. Stop using Russia or stop using Ukraine as a proxy against Russia. No to NATO. No à l'OTAN. No à l'OTAN. No à la guerre. No à l'escalation. Tu devrais avoir honte. Stop using Ukraine as a proxy against Russia. Stop using Ukraine as a proxy against Russia. No to war. No to NATO.
And there's some talk now that he could be indicted. Do you think that'll happen?
I don't know. I mean, look, it's a sad situation. That laptop is devastating. I've never seen anything like it. Nobody has. Probably not. It's probably not going to happen. But we'll have to see. It's a lot of talk about a lot of different things. Nobody's ever seen anything. They tried to say it was Russia, and, it was a total hoax. And then the New York Times essentially admitted that they were lying, and they just covered it up before the election. And it's pretty sad what's happening in our country with freedom of speech and press. We want a free press, so we have the exact opposite. We have a very corrupt press. So it's very sad when you look at what's happening, but we're going to get it straightened out.
Let's talk about this lawsuit against Hillary Clinton. What do you hope to accomplish with that?
Well, they spied on my campaign. You had all of them there. All the names are there. All the names you've been reading about for years. Bill Barr didn't want to be impeached, and so therefore he decided not to do it, which was a shame because, frankly, you need courage to fight these people, deep state or whatever you want to call them. But I think we're going to do very well with it. We have a great lawsuit, and I felt it was really very important to bring it because, think of it, if I spied on their campaign, can you imagine what would happen, John? If I spied on their campaign on Obama or Biden or on Hillary Clinton, and the same thing happened where we caught them, because we caught them red-handed, if that ever happened, what are they talking about? Treason? Are they talking about the rest of your life in jail? Are they talking about death penalty? And these people can't be allowed to get away with this stuff.
Let's also talk about Russia and Ukraine. It seems like Putin may have miscalculated there. What is your assessment of where things stand right now at Putin's invasion of Ukraine?
Well, you never know. I can tell you the country is just in shambles. You look at these cities, they've been bombed and they've been blown up, and it's going to take 50 to 100 years to rebuild them. And so many people have been killed. So many people have been killed and horribly wounded. But I will tell you that
arms control at the height of the Cold War. I've always spoken directly and honestly to you, the Russian people. Let me say this if you're able to listen. You, the Russian people, are not our enemy. I refuse to believe that you welcome the killing of innocent children and grandparents, or that you accept hospitals, schools, maternity wards, and for God's sake, being pummeled with Russian missiles and bombs. So in this hour, let the words of Pope John Paul burn as brightly today. Never, ever give up hope. Never doubt. Never tire. Never become discouraged. Be not afraid. A dictator bent on rebuilding an empire will never erase a people's love for liberty. Brutality will never grind down their will to be free. Ukraine will never be a victory for Russia, for free people refuse to live in a world of hopelessness and darkness. We will have a different future, a brighter future, rooted in democracy and principle, hope and light, of decency and dignity, of freedom and possibilities. For God's sake, this man cannot remain in power. God bless you all, and may God defend our freedom, and may God protect our troops. Thank you for your patience.